Congratulations! You are watching this video, so that means you finished the day one training, so that's pretty good. Today, what we are going to do, we are going through autonumber, reference, lookup, and subgrid. Autonumber is something like automatic generating number in Xilo. Reference is just provide a list for combo boxes. So, for example, you provide a connections between those two objects. Actually, between, okay. Then lookup, it's pretty similar. Whenever you set some value, lookup gets a value for you or returns a value according that particular key. And then subgrid, it's something like table in Xilo. What does it mean in our business case? It means that we are going to create two new objects. We have already clients, and we are going to create event request and item. Event request is something that is created from opportunity from our client. Yeah, so that's event request. An item is something that we need for finishing the or processing, managing the event request. For example, event request could be team building, and item could be catering for the team building or paintball or whatever. Alright, so first task, what we are going to do today is create a new event request object. So you already know how to do that. We will add few fields, then we add a new template that will use the same one-step workflow as the previous, client object, and then we set some validation. All right, let's start. Let's go to administration, to our environment, click on objects, and we are going to create a new object. So click on add, choose company as Y Company Ltd and object type as transaction data, and call it event request. So just save. Now we created object. Second thing what we are going to do is, it depends on you, but I rather create template first than lines. So I'm going to create a template, add a new one, default, because once you have created a template, you can add a new object line and immediately add a new object template line to define a behavior of that object line. So it's like more logical for me, but it depends on you. So we have created a default template, and let's go back to lines, and we can add a new, some general information. So let's call it general, or better, information. Inside, let's add general. And inside that general, let's add a text box called event request identifier. Yeah. Let's set it as 6. Here we go. We got first object line. Let's take a look here into our admin basic training. We have nothing like that, so we rename it as a title. It's pretty good. I will show you a new thing. It means how to rename an object line. You just need to click on it, and in object line properties you can see name here. So just rename it to title. And that's it. You can set it as 12, and underneath we are going to add 4 object lines. 2 of them will be date picker, and 2 of them will be time picker. So first, date picker. Let's specify this start date as 6. Then date picker end date, again 6. We can specify time picker as well, like we said. Start time, again 6, and end time as well. So end time as 6. All right, what we have next, there's description, MO, and attachment. All right, so we can create a new section underneath. So we have general, and then we can add detailed, like detailed information, and here we can add a memo object line, which we can call description, and the last one is attachment. If you need to add an attachment, it's always that you can add attachment. So attachment, and you can then underneath add attachment preview, because whenever we add something into attachment and we save the request, we would like to see what is inside. If it is PDF, document, or Excel, it will show us in preview. If it is a zip file or RAR compressed file, it obviously doesn't show anything. Yeah. So attachment preview, and we just need to specify for what attachment it's applied. It's attachment. I mean, those 2 lines are now connected, because in attachment you specify which attachment you want to preview. And here we don't want to show label. I mean, whenever you create a request or save the request and there is no attachment inside, we don't want to show that attachment preview label. Yeah, it is pretty easy. Just in object line, in visibility, click on or untick label, and that's it. All right, so we have new object lines inside the object, and let's add a new template line for all of them, or for those we want to specify, and set a mandatory or optional or disable, hidden, and so on. So I specified those. I would like to have this one as mandatory, conditional, disabled, hidden. We can try disabled now. So, and specify if title will be filled. So we want this field as mandatory. So ID 8. If it is like empty value, it will be the first, so it disabled. Otherwise, it will be mandatory. Attachment, we can do the same, but we can use hidden. So hidden mandatory, or better, hidden optional. Whenever you fill title, it doesn't mean you need attachment, right? So that's the reason. So ID 8, like empty value, it will be this one, and that's it, I guess. Last thing, let's specify some on-grid. So on-grid, I put title. And for example, start date. Oh, not here. Start date like the 31st/6. Can add an end date as well. And on the right side, we can add time, start time and end time, and that's it. Oh. Here we go. Something like that. And now I can show you the main difference to have template assigned to the user and not to assign. Yeah. So let's go to user interface. And here we need some login. All right. Not that good. We have login from yesterday somewhere. Here we go. You just need to log in. Okay, let's go to tasks. And here in tasks, you can see one company, two object types, and two objects, event and client. I can click into event, and there is nothing. And now, when I want to create a new event request, I need to click on plus. When I click on plus, it shows me no option for event request. Because it happens because I have no template. So I have to go back to administration, scroll down to my user management, into users, choose my particular user, and here in access details, I have only rights for client and for template default in client. And I need a right for even a request default template as well. So let's check it, I'll tick it, and let's go back to user interface. And now when I click on plus, I can create a new event request. Let's create a new one. And you can see that I have, as I said it, whenever I type something into title, I will have description as not disabled, obviously, and attachment will be shown. So, for example, team building for MS. And you can see that we can add some start date, can add a start time as well, an end date, end time, description. You can see different field or different object line. This is called memo. In memo, you can type whatever you want. It's what you see is what you get editor. It means it's the same, pretty same like world or similar. Yeah. Hello. This is my new event here for MS. And you can see that you can make text bold, underline, and so on. You can use a different font for the particular line or different color. So foreground color will be this one, and background will be, I don't know, this one. Oh, sorry, my bad. You can add an order and so on, photo and other things. You can even have a prepare style, so you can add a header underneath. And for example, if you have anything like photo or image, you can add one. I just quickly create an image. Here we go. Save that image. And I have this image here in download, so I just need to put it here. Yeah, and you can see here image, right? This is a new image. Okay, as an attachment, I would like to add some PDF. So I have here some attachment PDF. I don't know what is it, but we will see. And now just save a new request. Here we go. When I open now the request, I can see attachment preview underneath. Yeah, this is my memo description, and underneath I have attachment preview here. I have actually attachment object line. Here is my attachment. I can download it, and then there is a attachment preview underneath, so you can see that I have like preview of attachment. I can print it out, I can download it, and so on. Pretty handy. And I guess that's it. Yeah. Let's go to another tab.